Nick's hypercharged Huracan STO.
Oh yeah,
And we're back at a brand new VF Engineering.
Brand
Best friend
new.
Damon Fryer's here today.
2022. Congratulations to Nick. Happy New Year. Brand new building. Phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
You've had a little bit of success. Much success.
The economy has been good to us.
Yeah.
And the universe has been conspiring to help us.
That's awesome. This is really cool. How much bigger than your previous location?
Phase 1 is about 1,000 feet bigger, but we've got another 10,000 feet to add on.
Oh, that's it, eh? Just 10,000.
Phase 2 in middle of the year.
Wow. Congrats. Happy New Year. What we're really here to see is Nick's Huracan STO. This has officially been hypercharged, but really what we like, it's a supercharger. This is gonna give an STO 200 horsepower above what the factory considered to have. And the best part is he could have had this done like immediately, boom, bam, right away. But the ECUs on the STO were actually locked from the factory, and it took someone of much more brilliant minds than mine to obviously hack into the ECU and open it up so that whoever wants to get in there and do their own custom tuning can do so. So Nick, in 5 minutes, only 5 minutes, because he already had the software, because all these cars for the most part are running off of the same metrics or whatever you want to call it, measurements. It's all the same stuff, right?
Yep,
They just locked it. So kind of funny, kind of sneaky. Lamborghini, got your eye on you. So this is it. 200 more horsepower, world's first STO supercharged.
It is.
Bam!
Yep. We've had the car since it came out in June 2021.
So it took all this time just to unlock the ECU.
Yes, it did. Well, it just depends on the developer of the programming tools.
Who did it? Who hit F7 and then went, no, Lamborghini, F6. Ah, unlocked
Oh,
it.
it's different.
Dean loves these jokes, look at him.
Dean, you laughing?
Dean hates my dad jokes.
Dad joke. They just got a new hamster, put a new hamster in the wheel, and now it runs better.
That was a dad joke right there.
That was good. 6 months or no longer.
Yeah, I mean, there are about a dozen tool manufacturers in Europe that make software programming tools that give us the access to the processor in the ECUs.
Okay.
The car manufacturers often change their algorithms for programming, so the process for accessing the ECU changes, and they do that for a number of reasons: security, to anti-tampering, warranty protection. And these companies in Europe work on creating a backdoor to open the lock, and that allows us to go in and read and write different software versions into it.
I love how when you said backdoor, you got Dean's attention right away. He had his head right in there. And all of a sudden he was like,
I got a little wink from Dean. You hear that? He said back door.
are we gonna get to drive this car?
Yes.
I'm excited. You know what?
Yes.
I've not driven an STO.
Oh,
So-
Supercharged is your first one?
That's the only way. To this day, I will say this. This is my favorite single bolt-on tune upgrade engine package you can get. Like supercharger on a Huracan, that's the best thing. It's the most reliable, good amount of power. You still have to have some skills before we get to this and take it for a quick road test drive, because we only have so much light. Can we please get a quick tour of what is in here?
Absolutely.
Is that cool?
Yes.
Come on guys, let's go inside the new VF Engineering for 2022 and beyond.
Boom! Back to the green walls.
That's right. I'm back with the masks, let's just be honest.
Yes.
Omnicron, you son of a bitch. All right, what do we got here? We've got, you have a new supercharger design or something?
That was a limited edition, and like
really?
an anniversary version, which had like a vein shape
Ooh.
to the housing. Really looked totally different. A lot of people liked it. Very
Did you
limited.
say ooh when he said vein shape?
Veiny.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it. So offices, what's down here?
Yeah, do come through.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
Follow Nick. Get going.
You guys got the joke right, Veiny.
Offices expand.
Oh, wow. There's our office.
More offices. Yeah.
Oh, this is really cool. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have taken no time at all. Just settled right in here.
I'll walk you through that in a moment.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
3D printing.
3D printing. What do you 3D print?
We 3D print all our new prototype designs prior to manufacturing. So we're working on some new accessories, new engine mounts.
Very interested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I had a question.
Yeah.
What would it take to build a supercharger for the V12, the Aventador?
It would take a really reliable engine, first of all.
Is it not?
It's questionable.
Really?
Yeah.
What breaks on that car?
What typically breaks some of the internals
Really?
and some of the gaskets.
On the Aventador?
Yeah.
Now, like SVJs, SVs, or just your experience has been like previous? or what?
Pre-SVJ.
Pre-SVJ.
So, yes. So
Yes,
I
it's
think,
okay.
yeah, I mean, I studied the failure points on that engine by getting together with some of the shops that do maintenance on them.
Yeah.
Some of them are in Europe, some of them are in the US, and they generally all steer me into the direction of Nick, don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, primarily because the vehicle, I mean, if you look in a Lamborghini dealership service department, you can just get an idea for yourself.
It's mainly V12s, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I was just there yesterday and I noticed that. A lot of V12s. At least my SVJ, as it sits, is running really good. Drives really good. I mean, the only thing I've broken is a diff, and that was on me because I was being a real, you know, pain in the butt with it. But that's just what we do. Anyhow, I was wondering, because I was like,
They're all the technology.
200 horsepower on that, like 1,000 horsepower SVJ would be insane with the power band and everything and torque curve of a supercharger.
I mean, the engine is so packed in that engine bay, it has a lot of heat-related challenges. So if we go forced induction on it, we're gonna have to do a lot of temperature management sort of upgrades to that car.
Yeah.
And then the other challenge is that, you know, it's an older generation engine, so it's conventional pressure. It's low pressure fuel injection. So the pistons are not as strong as they are in the Huracan 5.2. The 5.2, you know, it's a FSI, direct fuel injection. So the pistons, the rods, they're all a high grade of alloy, especially the pistons. So the pistons are mostly, they're an alloy of titanium in the 5.2s.
I hope you guys can appreciate I'm standing here and actually listening, because you guys say I don't know enough about cars. This year, I'm genuinely gonna learn about why a certain engine package is better than another engine package. Dino, he says, what is it? Like, my ignorance is...
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Ignorance is bliss. You mechanically don't really understand what you're doing to the car when you're beating the piss out of it.
Sympathy.
Yeah, no mechanical sympathy. So, but this year I want to learn, like, and this is a good way to start.
Yeah.
This is why the Huracan and R8 platform is so favored by all tuners. And this is why not a lot of people are building simple bolt-on packages for the, let's say, Aventador, because if you do something to the Aventador, it opens up, I guess, say, Pandora's box.
It does.
And if you're gonna put more power in it, now you're gonna start changing everything inside the engine.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be doing a lot more of your own in-house manufacturing, which is why you got these machines now, right?
We are. We're bringing all our machining in-house. So
do you make all your core, like, you buy the cores and then you do weld all the tanks or whatever you do?
We do. So the cores come in from an external supplier, and then we billet the end tank, weld them, pressure test them. This is a brand new machine. We just got this a month ago.
So how many machines do you have? 4 new machines?
4 CNC machines, yeah. 2 of them are brand new. The other 2 are about 8 months old.
It's a big leap to go from like outsourcing these products to now bringing it in-house, because it takes a lot of time and energy to make it, so that's also cost effective.
Yeah.
You think, oh, if I just make my own parts, it's going to be a brilliant idea. You got to buy the machine or lease the machine, and then you got to get people who know how to operate it, which is one of the hardest things.
That's actually the biggest thing.
I've heard this.
Yeah, obtaining a machine is fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
It's almost easier to buy one of these machines than to buy a car.
Yeah.
You know, like an exotic car, you have to jump through hoops.
Yeah.
The interface changed in 2015. So the same manufacturer's user interface is completely different. So finding programmers that are up to date with the latest interface is a challenge, and then setting the machines up. You know, they need to have the same kind of mindset as the business owner, which is in terms of how do we prioritize, how do we sequence, like, you know, what's important to us.
That's pretty cool. Tell you, man, I've never had a problem with any of Nick's products on our cars.
Never.
Like, ever. We've had 3 superchargers on our cars. My first Huracan, which I did ridiculous stuff to. So many miles, so many kilometers. We did Dave's Quadricorsa, which is a pre-Huracan, older, you know, Gallardo. And then we did, of course, a supercharger on the Aperta, and you saw it. Hoonigan really took that thing and beat the piss out of it. A bunch of error codes came on, we cleared them, and it was fine. It acted a little temperamental, but it drove, it never broke, never was great. Like,
you gave that car death.
Oh,
that's the expression, right?
Yeah, that car really took it. So I honestly, like, I say this all the time, but I can't praise you enough for what you do build.
Thank you.
How you build it, how much you care about it, and how much it's really, if you want just an honest 200 more horsepower, and you want to have a lot of fun, you don't want any of the headaches, this is the way to go. This is all just materials that you use.
Raw materials to build supercharger kits, and these are all kits.
I really hope that people, like, I really hope you guys appreciate what it takes to make this product. People see and hear VF Engineering Supercharger on my Huracan, like it's no big deal. Like, how long have you been doing this?
24 years.
It's 24 years of this guy's life on this planet. Like, what's the one thing you don't get back? Time.
I've had a great 24 years. I've got to admit, it's been a fantastic...
The journey.
Yeah.
It's all about the journey.
It's just, I love this.
I can tell.
And I started this because I was an enthusiast. I was actually a customer of some other companies, and I used to admire those companies. One of those was MTM.
Yeah.
And now they use our supercharger.
Wow. That's cool. Besides the exotics, these guys still do a lot of stuff for BMW, right?
We do a lot of BMW superchargers, software tuning for all of those cars. And that's our forte, software and superchargers. So we do tuning on all the BMW M's, the Porsche 911s, all the Audi R8s, Huracans, Aventadors, McLarens, Ferraris.
New facilities, we go on in here.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What we want to do is actually, we want to drive his STO before it gets dark.
Let's do it.
So let's head outside. Come on, guys.
Oh, that's a big move right there.
Thank you, thank you. It's like, you know what, Nick? I trust you, Nick, but you know, safety first, safety first.
Slightly insulting.
Come on. World's first supercharged STO.
Knocking, boots broom on Miley. When I pop out like likeness, polished, briefcase, no wallet. Just blew a bag like Scotsman, killed that. In the AM, going real fast. UK honey at the drill, that bondsman. Bailed out, no conflict. Might have said I love her, but I never made a promise. She want seed, told her nothing in a blossom. Badging me for info at the shipper to Wisconsin.
I'm really excited about this because I have no idea what an STO drives like, but I do know. Send it!
He said rev it.
Oh, I thought he said send it.
Rev it! Can you hear it? It's a hybrid. It's electric.
Won't be long. That's why you need to enjoy these cars now, because at some point, they all will be electric. Okay, let's get in here.
One quick note, Damon.
Okay, what?
You're the very first person I'm giving the keys to in this car.
Yes.
So we've got
a
whole array of videos and marketing to perform with this. So let's just keep it together in one piece.
You can't say that.
He's not going to drive it.
Okay.
I'll drive this thing, Nick. Give me the keys. What else you got around here, Nick?
We'll keep a shiny side up. As you know, over all the years, I don't drive other people's cars quite the way I drive mine. So,
you hear those noises? This old man.
This is very, very cool. I'm very
Beautiful
excited.
dry carb on the door.
Yes. It's gonna have to. Excuse me. I'm a little taller than Nick. Don't take it personally, Nick.
Take it a little bit personal.
And these are very cool. The dry carbon door cards, or door panels, as you will. Lots of typical Huracan style stuff. This is different. The way that they have the mirrors and the door locks right here. This is the door handle, so when you pull it, it does unlock.
I like
it slides
that.
back in. It's cool. This car is really nice. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. We'll hear the supercharger start up. A little bit of a whine to it behind us. I'm wondering if we're gonna hear a lot more, Dave, because the STO, I believe, has less panels in the engine bay, as you can see. You can see.
Less soundproofing because it's a track focus.
Can you see that? You can see.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
There's no panels, really.
Yeah.
So we should be able to get a little bit more of a sense of the supercharger noise coming into the engine bay, which is exciting.
Little Alcantara on the dash. Got some gloss carbon here, the dry carbon. I love the door panels. Love the look of the car.
So
Steering wheel's cool too.
it's very cool. Touchscreen, just like the Aperta, but we have
And this is
different.
cool. It has different words here.
STO, Trofeo, and Pioggia.
Vomitabile.
What is Pioggia?
Hey Nick. He's worried already. What's Piaggio mean?
Pioggia.
Pioggia is the rain, wet road surface.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
So what's STO versus Trofeo?
STO is like aggressive street use. Trofeo is race mode.
Okay.
And then Pioggia rain, so you don't need that.
It's kind of funny that it doesn't go in like, it's a completely different order.
Yeah, they changed it up.
We'll start in STO mode. We're gonna go ahead and use the lift.
It's kind of a steep driveway.
Yeah.
All right, first drive in the STO, which is pretty crazy.
We're gonna take it really easy until Nick's out of sight. Huracans are one of my favorite cars, like hands down. It's already at temp.
Is
He
it?
must have had it warmed up before we came. He knew DD was coming to drive his car. I like how he gives me a warning. By the way, we have a bunch of people who are lined up to drive this, so.
You know, here's the supercharger.
So, the best part about VF and their product too is it drives like the stock car.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than going to get your car tuned or modified and it no longer has that OEM tight, easy feeling, either the shifting or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's even like the Viper. You know, we modified the Viper to go drifting, we put a locking rear diff in it, and it's clunky and bangy, where honestly, stock, that car was amazing, quiet, smooth. So, but that's the price you pay to want to go drifting. Okay, here we go. Shifts are quick. Look at this. I've barely been touching the pedal and it shifts. You can go, and the downshifts are fast. Really fast. This is pretty crazy, actually. With the supercharger, I'm scared that this is going to become like my new favorite, like daily type of car.
For the STO with the supercharger on it?
Yeah, get an STO. Get
STO's
an
pretty
all
bad.
satin black one, like super sinister.
The question is always going to be, is what's going to be the final edition Huracan?
That's what I want.
Because it could be, we speculate it's going to be nuts.
The facelifted version.
Yeah,
It'll be the
race
same car. It'll just look slightly different.
Just the looks.
They'll make it look like the latest, greatest, last Huracan race car. That's what they did with your car, the Squadro.
And the speculation right now is that the replacement to this is going to be either a twin-turbo V8 or some sort of a hybrid, whether it's a V8 or a V6. I would guess they'll do a twin-turbo V8 from the Urus in the next Huracan.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the V10 is done.
Keep the V10 and make it hybrid.
They're gonna sacrifice the V10 and keep the V12. That's what I think.
I'll tell you this, it shifts really fast.
It shifts so fast.
Like really fast.
Like faster than Performante, which already shifts fast.
That's impressive. Just warming up the tires right now, guys. This is a rear-wheel drive only, and also rear-wheel steering. And it's not my car, so I want to warm everything up before I give it the full
DDE juice.
pasta potato.
Yeah, this car's really cool. I like the livery that Nick did for VF Engineering, really cool.
This is making me want one.
You want one?
I like the factory Alcantara steering wheel.
Oh, dude, the steering wheel is super sick. This is all really nice details in here, and I love the door carve so far.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, it looks cool too.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane looking. This is stock suspension, stock wheels. This is so tight, and yet so smooth at the same time.
Yeah.
Lamborghini knocked it out the park with the STO. Knocked it out the park. I've driven so many Huracans from the very first generation all the way to now this.
Yeah.
And you can just tell those, every time you think, how are they gonna make this any better? Like the Performante. You're like, they're not gonna make the Performante any better.
Yeah.
STO comes out, and even this, forget the exterior aero that they added to this, which you're not gonna notice until you're at probably at least over 60, 70 miles an hour before it's gonna put any real downforce down.
Yeah.
But just even in the driving, the steering wheel, the dampening they put in the steering wheel, you can already tell in the suspension that they've again raised the bar on this. Maybe we just need two of these, two STOs.
That's all we have on the channel, just STOs. Just a fleet of STOs.
One STO supercharged is reliable, and one with like 13,000 horsepower.
Oh yeah, do a swap in this thing.
All right, guys.
So smooth, like the supercharger's instant power, the torque curve, the power curve is just pulls.
It really wanted to do a big burnout there, and PC was saving it.
I saw that.
Let's go ahead and just in this mode for now, turn that off, and I will be ready. And we'll see what it feels like here. So let's see off the line. Let's see what happens.
Two hands
here.
for the kids here.
Two hands. That is traction control off, but not stability control off. Stability control is not going to turn off until we put it into Trofeo mode, the race mode, and do the same thing, turn everything off. So what it was doing there is giving us a little bit of room to slip, but the second the car stepped out, stability control kicked in and straightened it out. So it's pretty cool. Like the fact that these cars are programmed in a way that it's almost impossible to crash one of these cars unless you're being really ignorant. So now, Trofeo mode, I think the tires are a little warm. We're gonna turn everything off. Now everything's off. Now we're on our own. Yes. It's really fast.
That's very fast.
It's very fast. How is it that this is only 200 more horsepower? The Aperta, dude, was an Evo base. Technically has the same amount of horsepower, but this is like quicker and faster shifting. Like, I want to ask Nick, like, how is
how's it that different?
How is it that different? Because the platform and the base underneath all this, the engine, all that, it's all the same. It's the same transmission and all that as any Huracan.
What I was saying about the Supercharger I didn't know I learned recently, and the last time we were at VF, was a turbo kit builds boost, so also there's a peak power. The Supercharger adds a consistent power to the whole band. That's why I don't feel it kick in, it's just always there.
Here we go, you ready? Swarm the tires up a little.
Yeah, they're warm. I love the sound of the Supercharger whining. That's why I don't like a loud exhaust in a Supercharger. Dean's not here. He could not handle this right now. Dean is not a good passenger when you're going fast, by the way.
Not a good passenger.
Which makes it more fun, probably, his reaction.
Man, I regret us actually not getting the STO.
Oh, do you?
It wouldn't have killed us to get one now that I think about it. We could have got
one. We could have got for MSRP.
We could, yeah.
Because back then it wasn't like it is today where everything's like, even a regular car, like a new Audi Q8 goes for 30 over MSRP.
These are going for 100 over.
100? Don't tell Nick that, let's buy it off.
I'm telling you, I need another Huracan in my life.
Yeah, the purchase is gone, so we're back in the market for another Lamborghini.
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, downhill's way scarier.
Okay, we gotta show you guys how fast this thing takes off the line right here. We got a red light. Couldn't be better.
Nick's watching this right now.
I know he is watching this. Thanks, Nick. Thanks for the trust. I'm doing everything in my power to keep it shiny side up for the next person. Okay, here we go. Ready? And brakes. And we need the back of this Ford. And look how far back the traffic is.
Oh yeah.
Way back there.
So I noticed that time there's the tack and there's like a shift light up top.
Yeah.
I never noticed that the first time.
Sick. It's sick, dude.
You want one?
Yeah, I want. Yeah.
The answer is no.
I really like this car. Now that it's unlocked, this is what I'd put on it. This dude's giving us a thumbs up.
Back to VF?
Yeah, the long route. It's like so amazing. It's like slides good, feels great, it's tight. It's really good.
Good doing it right here in front of the store.
Really
what would you say? What would you say?
It's really good.
Your destination is on the right.
It's a roundabout down here that's known for the odd, you know.
Yeah, Nick, yeah. We'll think about it. Hey!
You know what, Nick?
It's still shiny side up.
You drive a hard bargain, but we'll take it.
Only 900K.
Wow!
This thing's amazing.
You like it?
I mean, I've driven every Huracan except for the STO. And honestly, I thought, it's gonna be another Huracan.
Sure.
It's a Huracan with a body kit.
Yeah.
It's got the supercharger.
Yeah.
But it's even more refined and more so than I actually expected.
It's way more sensitive.
It's more sensitive, but it's also like super like,
Tight turn radiuses.
yeah, I came around the corner in second gear and just like the perfect slide into this other lane, and it's
Yeah,
so
I can tell.
it's so beautiful.
The tires are hot as
It's so beautiful.
When I had the Performante, I thought I would never sell it. I thought there could be no other Lamborghini for me at that time. And I thought the STO, based on the marketing on Instagram and on YouTube and all that stuff, was just a shiny Huracan with a, you know, a wing and a bit of aero on it. And it wasn't until I actually drove it that I felt it was completely different.
Yeah.
You have to drive it to really understand how different it is. It's so different to a Performante or a Huracan Evo, completely.
I think that's the other trick is, if you had never driven a Huracan and got in the STO, then you don't understand.
Yeah.
Because you're just getting in like the greatest.
Yes.
But if you've driven all those other models like you and I have,
Yeah.
you can really tell the little nuances. And even like I said that too, I thought a Performante would be the best.
Yeah.
Like the fastest. They made like, you haven't changed the shifting? It's so fast.
It is.
One person can put this on.
Well, Nick's ripped though, that's not fair.
He's been working out too.
He has been working. I watched the videos on
He's
Instagram.
been hitting the gym.
His Lamborghini shirts,
No
I've
joke.
seen it.
All right, I know what you want. You want the key back. freshly sanitized.
Okay.
Thank you for letting us drive it.
My pleasure.
Thank you for letting us be the first people to drive it. There's a lot of trust in that. You know, it's not like, you know, he gave me that warning and he was like, hey, you're the last person to drive it, because I wasn't too sure. You know, like I really do appreciate the trust. If you guys are looking for that extra oomph in your Audi R8 or your Huracan, no matter what platform it is, I am no BSing you. Hands down, this is the best this is like the best performance package you can combine with this car. In my opinion, what do I know? I've only been daily driving. This is the most daily driven car ever in the history of our channel. And it's had the most miles with that exact supercharger on 3 different Lamborghinis. So take my word for it, don't take my word for it. This is why we don't get Dave to do these speeches. Everybody knows Dave's a liar.
And a cheater. Thanks, Nick. By the way, if you missed the last vlog, we do have new hoodies coming soon. For me, they're very soon because they're right here. Lots of colorways, stay tuned for that. We're in the yellow right now. The not so mellow yellow. We've got Rudy, Tutti, Fruity, purple. I'm making those names up. Oh, we're back at the hotel, and guess what? Damon has STOs in the mind, Dean has STDs in the mind. Now, how much did you love that car?
Yeah, I really like it. Would I get one right now? No, because the market's crazy, and if they come out with obviously a facelifted version of the Huracan and I can get one at MSRP from Lamborghini, I'll hold out for that.
You got them.
What?
They showed up, the center caps. Or were they always in there?
They might have always been in there.
We've been waiting for those for a few months.
They're not, oh yeah, they were. That's probably why PFS couldn't find them.
Sorry, Jason. But guess what?
For a few months. Like,
Hadn't seen them.
I just don't care, man.
Damon just don't care.
Ain't care.
At the end of the day,
Can't
as
say
much
that.
as I love the STO, I like the SVJ better.
Oh, for sure.
To have the ultimate, I think, lineup of cars, if you were just to like, you weren't doing YouTube, you weren't building your cars to entertain the internet and all this stuff. I think honestly an SVJ and a supercharged STO would be like the ultimate combo.
If I was gonna drive one every day, I'd take the STO because it's just like
it's so smooth.
like it's a car, right?
Yeah.
This is a toy.
It's a toy.
Like you can't put your drink or anything.
You can't put anything in an STO either.
There's nothing in the
saw
STO. It's
the
worse
front.
than this.
You saw
There's
the
zero
front.
front.
There's more room in the front of this than the STO, which is
It's
weird.
easier to get into, right?
It is easier to get
You
into.
don't have to do anything so
Yeah.
Well, kids, it's the end of the night. We had a lot of fun today.
You're a big
Thank
race
you.
car driver.
Big race car driver.
Thank you to Nick from VF Engineering for being such a hospital host and having that beautiful accent.
Oh, it's a fire extinguisher.
You know,
I thought it was sriracha.
That's a $1,200 option on this car for that fire extinguisher. $1,200 bucks.
Doesn't that look like a bottle of sriracha?
Yep. Dave,
Where's my camera?
can't find your dignity anywhere.
You
really?
Can't find your dignity.
I love how you have the other camera, just $6,000 camera bouncing
Yeah,
around in
that
there
camera is
against a
OG.
helmet. And a tinted visor that if it gets scratched is completely useless.
It's already
I
scratched.
said this to him the last time. The last time he put the he opened the trunk and put the helmet in like this.
All his body with Damon's money.
All fun and games.
That was a good shot. Oh, he saved your life. He saved your life.
What? What are you talking about? Stop touching the car.
I found some. Look at this. No, it's a screwdriver. Like, it's inside the panel.
Oh, it's not ours. Oh, you know what? It must be from,
Service.
yeah, it could be.
The screwdriver in the panel.
We'll return it to Lamborghini.
Get your money back. Full MSRP back. There's legit a screwdriver stuck inside the panel.